I think that going into Star Wars Episode 9, one of the biggest questions has all to do with the character of Kylo Ren and his redemption in the sequel trilogy. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that we do know is, of course, that J.J. Abrams is taking Kylo Ren down a far darker path in this film, and will actually make him more evil than Darth Vader was in the original trilogy. However, that's not to say that Kylo Ren will be more powerful than Darth Vader, but he will be more evil than however he was in the original trilogy itself. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the description of Kylo Ren and Rey, leading to a major indicator and/or hint that Kylo Ren will have a redemption arc in this movie. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren holding Rey in his arms, with lots of fire and destruction in the background. This is described as the events after a major battle between the First Order and the Resistance. The next goes over Kylo still carrying Rey in a similar fashion to how he did in The Force Awakens, however this time putting her on board of the Millennium Falcon. The last goes over Kylo Ren inside of the cockpit of the Falcon with Rey, resting on one of the seats. The last goes over both Kylo and Rey in the seats of the Falcon together, indicating that Kylo may have turned to the light side of the Force. So I really want to go over this because we heard about this lightly months and months ago, about Kylo Ren being inside of the cockpit of the Falcon, and it seems as though that this lines directly up with just that. Now, is this a major hint and/or indicator that he will have a redemption arc in Episode 9? I would say I would believe so, because he's going on board of the Falcon, taking control of his father's ship, and also helping Rey out, holding her in his arms, in a very similar way to what he did in The Force Awakens, going on board of his shuttle. You can kind of see the major parallel here, and the big mirror to that of Episode 9 into The Force Awakens. So on Takodana, Kylo Ren is lifting her up onto his shuttle while he's a dark side user, and now it could very well be that once he turns to the light side of the Force, he will also lift her up onto an actual ship that is associated with a hero in the Star Wars franchise, that of course being Han Solo. So you can see the parallels here, and it also makes sense for sure. It would be a great poetic way of showing how, you know, Kylo Ren turns to the light side of the Force with Rey on board of the Falcon. So with that being said, guys, what do you think about Kylo Ren redeeming himself in Episode 9? Is this really a great route to go after he, a person who killed his own father, killed dozens of people, Luke's Jedi students, I mean the list goes on and on, right? Even almost killing his own mother, General Leia Organa, on board of the Radish ship. Though yes, he decided not to push that button. He was about to. And there's a lot going on in Kylo Ren's head in the past two films. In Episode 9, it is said that he will be fully embraced within the dark side of the Force. However, with this description, it fully tells us that there's definitely a major hint and/or indicator here that he is already turned to the light side, or will turn to the light side of the Force. Is it possible that Kylo Ren is bringing her on board of the Falcon as a prisoner? That's a possibility for sure. Maybe he's stealing the Falcon or something around those lines in order to use it for himself. I don't know. But one thing I will say is that J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, they do have big plans and revelations for this movie when it comes to the three main characters, that of course being, of course, Luke Skywalker, Rey, and Kylo Ren. And it has been said that, you know, the twists and turns in this movie will change our perception on The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. So Kylo Ren having a redemption arc, in my point of view, I think it's a tricky thing to do. I'm not quite sure if it's the best thing to do, because would this essentially be copying Return of the Jedi? Well, we do know that parts of Return of the Jedi will make its way into Star Wars Episode 9. Certain elements of that movie will be a part of this movie, which may sound like a good or a bad thing to you guys, but I think it's a risky move, giving Kylo Ren a redemption arc after, you know, he killed his own father, Han Solo, one of the most beloved characters in the Star Wars franchise itself. I think that JJ and crew have a couple of obstacles to go through with giving Kylo Kylo Ren a redemption arc, I think that they're really going to have to do something very unique in order for it to make sense. Now, we do know that there's going to be a major lightsaber duel between the two in this movie, telling us, yes, that they both truly hate each other at a point in time in this film. So with that being said, we also know that certain Reylo moments will be present in Episode 9. Force bond sequences apparently will be making their way back as well. So the character of Kylo, it could be that, yes, he is going to be very much evil in this movie. That's a given fact. However, it could also be possible that he's going to bounce back and forth between the light and the dark, but whenever he's in the dark, he's fully embraced. He's not in conflict. So I don't know what's really going to happen when it comes to Kylo Ren's redemption and how it's actually going to be done on screen, but I believe that this is a huge hint that it's actually on the way and that J.J. Abrams will be introducing it to us, the fans, around the world. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.